Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We're following breaking news out of Norwich, where firefighters spent most of the night battling a fire. Here's a live look at that scene right now. We'll have the latest in about 2 minutes. Well, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Rachel Piscatelli in for Tim Laris this morning.
And I'm Erica Arias. Thanks so much for starting off your morning with us. We're going to get to the latest out of Norwich in just a few minutes. But first, we are talking about the weather, what's going on out there. We hope that it's a little tiny bit warmer as far as temperatures go.
Well, those winds have finally backed off.
Well, that's helping.
Absolutely. Good morning to you. Nice to have you along. That's probably the only good news in the forecast. Well, that and the fact that temperatures later on are actually going to get to the 50s for the first time in a while. Everything after that, though, could be really just really problematic. Rain tonight, maybe even a little snow. Weekend still looking very messy. We'll get you the up-to-date forecast with that coming up. Cloud and radar picture showing you a few clouds out there, but overall mostly clear skies. Here's a pretty decent system coming in. This is mostly rain, but not completely rain. As a matter of fact, I think higher elevations later on the night have a good opportunity of seeing snow and maybe even a little accumulation too. 29 degrees in Hartford, 32 in New Haven, Groton as well. Chester's got it. Your big winner, 36 right now in Bridgeport. All right, so it's quiet now, and it's quiet when the kids get off the bus later on today. Look at those temperatures getting into the 50s, and that's a critical component to what kind of precip and what kind of trouble we get overnight tonight. We'll talk about that in detail coming up in a few minutes. Got trouble on the roads right now. Rachel's going to get us up to date with something ugly out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Matt, still following this issue over in West Haven this morning. Here, I'm going to back this up for you, where we do have this overturned tractor trailer. This is going to be out by exits 43 and 44. The left and center lanes are closed on the northbound side, but the southbound side is completely closed out by exit 44 through 43. So you will need to seek an alternative route. The Merritt Parkway looks okay at this hour, as well as Route 1. In addition to that, this morning, we do have another issue out by exits 48 and 46. This is in New Haven this morning on the southbound side. You can see those flashing lights just up ahead on your screen this morning, and the right lane is closed because of what is reported now of an overturned motor vehicle in the same area. So if you need to get to your destination fast, I would recommend seeking an alternative route along I-95 over on the southbound side, New Haven through West Haven. Erica.
Oh, rough. Hopefully that clears up soon. Oh, meantime at 6:02, breaking news out of Norwich, where crews continued to battle a house fire. It broke out overnight.
Yeah, Fox 61's Glenn Kittle joins us live near Otis Street and Broadway with what we know so far. Glenn.
Good morning, Erica, Rachel. We're here just above Otis Street, and you can see that fire back there. Crews wrapping up just now. We were told by a dispatcher that crews responded around midnight, and we are also being told just a couple of minutes ago by the chief that the fire is still under investigation. 8 fire departments were involved, and the heaviest of the fires was on the 2nd and 3rd floor of the structure. You can actually see that roof there completely caved in due to the fire. Still a lot of unknowns at this time. Like I said, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. There still are questions on whether there were people inside the house or not, but we're going to continue to bring you the latest updates. We did hear from the chief just moments ago. He did say that we will be speaking with him in a couple of minutes, so we'll give you the latest information on that as soon as we get it. But for right now, reporting live in Norwich, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
Glenn, thanks so much.
We'll check back. All right, 6:03 now, and family and friends gathered yesterday to remember 10-year-old Zavier Williams. He died after police say he was abused and tortured at the hands of his mother and her boyfriend while living in Florida. His family here in Connecticut continues to grieve while they remember this special little boy. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot shares their emotional messages.
There wasn't a dry eye in sight at Wednesday's vigil for 10-year-old Zavier Williams. Police say Zavier was abused to death by his mother and her boyfriend at their home in Florida. Zavier's family here in Connecticut are still trying to make sense of it all. Keneal Williams, the boy's father, said he just wants his little boy to be remembered as a hero. A family and community is still coming to terms with the fact that little 10-year-old Zavier Williams is gone.
Today we gather to celebrate a life that was taken from us way too soon.
Family members say this has been one big nightmare.
The cruelty he endured at the hands of someone who was meant to protect him is unspeakable. We feel the loss deeply every single day, but seeing all of you here tonight, your lights shining in solidarity with us, brings a measure of comfort during this profound grief.
Kimberly Mills, Zavier's mom, and her boyfriend Andre Walker were arrested after authorities say the two abused the boy and his younger brother in their Florida home. Now the 10-year-old's family continues to remember him.
He didn't have an iPad at age 6. Apple could have fixed it. Verizon could have fixed it. He was the one who fixed it. He knows more about my phone than I do if I want to do something. So I'm going to miss him a lot.
Although it's been an emotional couple of months, Keneal Williams, Zavier's father, and his sister Camille said they are thankful for all of the support.
Every single person that reached out to him, whether cash, card, check, even cards, words of encouragement, prayers, everybody that called and text and check up, sometimes it get overwhelming, but we thank you so much and we love you. Thank you.
The parking lot of the West Indian Social Club in Hartford was full of people who knew Zavier and those that heard his story and wanted to pay their respects.
I am angry, heartbroken, very sad, but I'm very angry. And I have to pray. I actually did a prayer and asked God, please take away what I feel, because I know it's not of God. And I'm very proud of Keneal, of how he's handling everything.
I have a son, so something like that so tragic that happens to a child, to me that touches everyone, and especially because of the circumstances by which it happened, someone that was supposed to be his guardian ended up harming him. So just as any parent, and also as a community, because we're all Jamaicans, so we had to come out to pay our support.
The family says it's still in need of donations, and you can donate on their GoFundMe link. All of the money is going towards funeral arrangements and medical bills, and you can find that link at FOX61.com and the Fox 61 app. In Hartford, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
.607, prosecutors are expected to share more evidence in the Joseé Morales murder trial this morning. Yesterday in court, the state shared images taken from inside Christine Holloway's home. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson has more on what happened at Milford Superior Court.
Prosecutors showed images of the crime scene inside Christine Holloway's Asonia home. A detective also took the stand to share what investigators found inside Joseé Morales' car. Images of kids' toys, the exterior of a house, and Christine Holloway's snow-covered black Ford Focus. Those are just some of the crime scene images reviewed in court Wednesday. Prosecutors also showed pictures of Morales' Nissan Sentra, which was seized after police arrested him. Inside the car, Detective Kevin Duggan said police found a black trash bag with what looked to be blood. Another picture showed an article of clothing that appeared to be a green t-shirt. Duggan says he remembers the size to be a 3 extra large. The second person to take the stand was Jennifer Nelson. She's the forensic science examiner for the state's Division of Scientific Services. Nelson was a part of the team that analyzed the evidence for positive blood matches.
Does this appear to be the corresponding label for the Ansonia Police Department with regard to, again, the green Hanes t-shirt XXL with a blood-like substance?
Yes.
I did. I did perform the presumptive blood test on both of those stains, and both yielded positive results.
Would every one of those books that we saw, would they have been packaged individually, or would it have been in a collective evidence submission?
In this particular case, they were all commingling within the package that was received. But there could be cross, transfer, rubbing off of one item to another with the blood or blood-like substance, yes.
Morales' attorney also asked Trooper Duggan that exact same question about cross-contamination. Trooper Duggan responded saying that some of the evidence they did collect was packaged all together. This trial is expected to last several weeks. In Milford, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Jamel, thank you. And Fox 61 is going to be back in court later this morning for the Morales trial. So we're going to have an update on the news at 5 p.m. tonight. And you can also stream the trial on Fox 61 Plus. Download it onto your TV and watch for free.
Well, the Connecticut Supreme Court has rejected a request from Alex Jones to appeal his defamation verdict worth more than $1 billion.
Fox 61's Keith McGilvery is in Hartford now with a look at what this could mean for Sandy Hook families.
Alex Jones called the Sandy Hook tragedy a hoax, and now the Connecticut State Supreme Court has turned down his appeal. Appeal denied. Tuesday, the Connecticut Supreme Court rejected Alex Jones's request to appeal his $1.4 billion defamation verdict. The InfoWars host was ordered to pay up after a years-long legal battle after he claimed the 2012 shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School was a hoax. The decision from the state's highest court clears the way for the collection process to move forward. A statement from the Sandy Hook family said the state Supreme Court's decision, quote, brings the Connecticut families another step closer to their goal of holding Alex Jones accountable for the harms he caused and will enable them to press forward with collections proceedings against him. Relatives of some of the victims were awarded the seven-figure sum for defamation and emotional distress after Jones repeatedly said the tragedy that killed 20 first graders and 6 educators never happened. Jones had asked the court to review his 2022 trial court verdict and an appeals court ruling from December. Both were denied without an explanation. Alex Jones filed for personal bankruptcy back in 2022. He could still appeal to the United States Supreme Court. In Hartford, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61.